Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to part 28 of my City Living LP here on The Sims 4. So if you didn't see the last episode, then I strongly recommend you go and watch it because it was only 20 minutes but so much happened in that episode. It's actually ridiculous. I don't know how I did it. So I recommend you go and watch that because from now on it's not going to really make sense if you don't watch that. It's kind of vital for the rest of the LP, to be honest. So a lot has happened since the last episode. It has been a little while since the last episode as well, so I'm sorry about that, but off screen there has been a lot progressing and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I'm not going to sit here for too long in this camera mode, but I will get into the LP in just a second, or the gameplay rather. So since the last episode, I don't know if you remember, but I'm going to pretend that you have, well not pretend, but you know what I mean, think that you have watched the last episode now, and we're going to continue off from where we left off. So Penny had the baby and you know, Vincent kind of ran away from the hospital in just panic, and we weren't all really too sure what was going on because everything was just moving so quickly. He even got married that day, and just everything that, you know, happened on that day just kind of moved on too quickly. So he, you know, just ran off and he went to the bar, which was probably a terrible idea, to get a drink. And you know what happened with Aaron, his brother, and the drinking problem that he developed, and how he's kind of following in his footsteps. So he went there and he had a couple of drinks and he just, you know, became really drunk and stuff. And Penny was having the baby at the hospital and she was just panicking because she didn't know where Vincent went. And by the time they both got back, you know, they just had a huge argument. And the reason why he's looking so sad at the minute is because Penny just called everything off. She moved out the house, she left the baby, she said, I don't want nothing to do with your life anymore, it's over. And she's divorced, and she's moved back to Oasis Springs, to that little trailer, because she got no money off Vincent. She didn't want anything off him to, you know, show that she's weak or anything. And she moved back to Oasis Springs, and she's now living in a little trailer again, which we remember from earlier on in the LP. So it's all an absolute mess, and Vincent is here. He's like got the baby over here as well. He's just sitting in his room thinking about everything that's happened, and the baby Matt is just screaming here, and you know, he's just, oh, it's an absolute total mess that he's in at the minute. So I'm not really too sure how we're going to actually be able to continue, like how, well, I don't know how he's going to be able to cope, I should say, because it's just so much happening. Now, like I said, Penny has moved on, and she, well, a lot of things have been happening for her as well, because I don't know if you remember, just before the baby came, she actually left her job, so now she's unemployed with no money, living in a little trailer in Oasis Springs. I can't even say that. Oasis Springs. And you know, we're going to go ahead over into her point of view in a minute. I'll switch over into her gameplay and see how she's getting on. But you know, Vincent's just trying to cope here with having his first child and no support from Penny anymore, because she's just moved on. She doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, and you know, I feel like that's going to affect Matt's life as well, because now he doesn't have a mother to you know, help him grow up with. So you know, it is going to be horrible for both of them, really. And also, I don't know if you realise, but it is actually his household funds are getting a little bit low, so I'm feeling that he's gonna, I don't know, it's, oh god, I don't know how I can make it before this place, because it is such a nice penthouse that he kind of, well, he didn't really work for it, to be honest. He kind of, well, did some terrible things to, you know, get the money to actually buy this, but, you know, it is, oh god, he's not going to be able to afford this for much longer, I don't think. I feel like we're going to have to downsize to another apartment or a house or something, because it's just, oh god. So what does he want to do? He wants to get engaged. Why does he want to get engaged? He's already been engaged, married and divorced this person, so I don't know why he wants to get engaged again. So yeah, I'm going to head over to Penny's point of view just now and see how she's getting on. Remember, it's Betty as well. Now that was, sorry, I totally forgot to say this. The reason that they broke up was because, actually, I should have mentioned this earlier, that because Vincent was so drunk and just wasn't thinking, he actually let out the secret that he's actually having a child with Betty, and that's what caused it as well. So she's just absolutely done. She's in total shock. She hasn't really got her head around it all. It's just an absolute mess for everyone. So I'm going to head over to Penny's household now and see how she's getting on, and I'll meet you once we get there. Okay, so here at Penny's trailer now, and as you can see, she's here with someone. Now, you may recognise this person actually from a little creative sim I did a little while ago, and his name is Cameron Milton, and I said he was going to be coming into the LP soon, but I didn't tell you how, because I didn't want to ruin it for this reason. So, Penny is here in the trailer that she was in. You know, she was in a difficult place a little while ago, and she was here, and now she's made herself back to it, and it kind of just goes to show how, like, how, I don't know how to explain it really, how like the city life, you know, it's supposed to be this amazing place, but for Penny and Vincent, it's just be the total opposite. You know, Vincent moved there to progress his singing career and become, you know, to find fame there, but it's been the total opposite. And for Penny, it was going well for her to start with, and now it's a total mess again. So, you know, that is really, really bad for both of them. But Penny has kind of already moved on within a space of a couple of days. She was at the bar because she was just drinking her problems away, kind of like what Vincent was doing. And she came across this person here called Cameron Milton. Now, he actually was, you know, in kind of a bad place as well, just with his job and everything, because he actually got laid off his job. And so did Penny, actually, and they kind of got talking because of that. And now they're actually moved in together because they're both in a bad place and they progressed their relationship. And here they are today. So, as you can see, Penny is still really sad about the breakup of the marriage, but at the same time she knows it's probably going to be for the best. Maybe not for Vincent because of everything that's going to cause him problems with, but you know, she is moving on, and we're going to have to wait and see how everything plans out. Now, like I said, she doesn't have a job, and I don't believe he does, no, because he got laid off his job as well. So, you know, they're both in a terrible place, but yeah, so I'm going to get her to just, you know, cook something to try and take her mind off everything. And, you know, I can't believe Penny is back here. Everything that they've been through. And, you know, I don't know how Vincent feels about this, because I think that he wants to have Penny back in a way, but at the same time, I don't think he does, because everything that Penny's, you know, all the things that they've done together has been bad. Because remember when Penny turned him into the police after all these things happened, and, you know, and then it kind of ruined the relationship then, and then they kind of got back together, and now it's in a mess again. So, you know, it is just a terrible time, but I'm sure that they'll get it through sometime, but I don't know. Another person we need to go and, you know, kind of check up on is Betty, because like I said earlier, she's actually having a baby with Vincent as well. She is still pregnant, and we're going to have to go over and see that. Now, I don't know if Vincent is up for having a relationship with Betty because of everything that kind of went on earlier in their kind of time in San Myshuno, because Betty was one of the first people that Vincent met when he first moved to San Myshuno, and then Betty cheated on him once they started progressing their relationship. So, you know, it is, I don't know, I don't know, because then, it's really hard to decide, because Vincent could, you know, settle down, have a happy family, but it probably won't last that long. And somebody is cutting their grass outside, and I'm recording. I don't know if you can hear that. Hang on, I'm going to close my window. I'm going to, like, try not to have to cut this out, because I can probably do it without having to... Hang on, literally, I'm going to be like 1 second. I'm not going to cut out the video, just give me a second. Okay, it didn't really help, because my window was kind of shut already, but oh well. So, sorry about that. So they're going to sit here and have their breakfast, and I don't know why they're not going to go and sit down, but yeah, so they're all kind of a bit lost at the minute, and Penny hasn't really got anything to do. She's got no job, no ambition left, and it's just, an absolute mess. So, yeah, so now, you know, Penny knows about Vincent and the baby that he's having, but she doesn't actually know Betty. Now, I don't know if they're going to be getting to know each other soon once, you know, the baby comes and Vincent becomes more familiar with them, but Penny doesn't really want to associate herself with Vincent anymore, so I'm not really too sure if that's going to, you know, plan out anymore. And another thing is, she doesn't want anything to do with him, including her baby Matthew. Now, it kind of all... Well, I'll say Matt. I think I might change his name to Matthew, because I think that sounds a little bit better. Anyway, so she kind of doesn't want anything to do with the baby as well, which is totally surprising. I thought this was something that she really wanted, but shows that it isn't. And, yeah, so, oh god, it's all a bit of a mess at the minute. It's kind of, everything's a bit of at a standstill at the minute while we're waiting for something interesting to happen. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for Penny's point of view. I think that what we should do is move back into Vincent's gameplay and see how he's getting on, what he's going to do for the rest of the day, and maybe go over and see Betty and see how she's getting on. Okay, so we're back in Vincent's penthouse, and as you can see, I found him here in the bed just crying it out. He's just in a total mess at the minute, and he doesn't really know what to do with himself. You know, like I was saying earlier, he came here to San Myshuno to progress his career, to become a better person that he's always wanted to be, and everything opposite, like everything, nothing, it's, can't even speak, it's like just... Nothing like that has happened. Everything has went wrong. So it just goes to show like how amazing San Myshuno might look to be, but it's just the total opposite for people who live here, to be honest. So I think what he wants to do, because I think Betty is actually working at the minute, I think what he wants to do is go and see if Alexia wants to come over. Now, I don't know if you remember, but Alexia was somebody that is kind of new to San Myshuno, and if you want to know more about her backstory, then I recommend you go back, I think 2 or 3 episodes ago she came into the LP. Well, it's the episode that says New Girl in the City. I don't know which episode that was, but you'll be able to see from the thumbnail and the title. So, I'm going to head and see if... Alexia is around. There she is. Now, actually, I want to see if Betty is around. Invite her over, because if Betty is at work, then hang on. Do we know her career? No. I want to see if she's available to come over. If not, then we'll ask Alexia to come over, just get a bit of advice and see what he should do next. So Betty is actually coming over. That's great. So Betty is here at the penthouse now, and as you can see, she does have a pretty scared face on her, and that's because she has literally just went into labour. Now, Vincent wasn't really expecting this, and he was about to break the news that he actually has another kid, which he doesn't really know how to tell Betty, and you know that they're having a baby together as well, but I don't think this is going to be a good time because she is literally about to have the baby. So I think what we need to do is get her to have the baby. That's a way we can do it from not controlling her. I don't know how we can do that, but she is in labour. So I think what might be the best thing to do is actually just let her go. He's going to pre-parental panic. I don't know how we can actually get her to have the baby because she's not actually in her household. Let's see if there's actually a way that we can do that. I don't think there is. I'm just going to have a look through the menus here. Otherwise, we'll probably just have to let her go back home, and we'll head over to her apartment, and maybe it'll be them by there. But oh my god, that didn't make sense. You know what I mean? So she's going over to do something. Take out the trash. Okay, that's what she wants to do when she's in labour. Okay. So I'm gonna get. I think what she wants to do is maybe. Oh no! Please don't say she's going upstairs. She hears a baby crying. I think this is gonna be a terrible idea, and she'll maybe cancel that because I don't want. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, what I'm gonna get to him. Where's she gone? I have no idea where she's gone because we can't really let her know that. Oh, where's she gone? Wait, can you see her? Because I really can't. I don't know where she's gone. Hang on, I'm trying to see, because, wait, where on earth can she have gone? Because, wait, the baby's here, she was going up the stairs, but now she's literally vanished. I have no idea what's happening here. Okay, I'm going to pause the record and see what's happening. I'm hoping that she's actually gone home, because that would be great. Hang on, I'm going to see if we can actually form a group, see if that's possible. Hang on. Cloud Glaze, really? That's not what I want to do right now. What am I looking for here? I can't click on the menus. Okay, actions, form group. Is Betty here? Yes, she is. And get them to both come in the hallway here. Where is she gone? Oh, there she is. Oh, she must have went out. So I'm actually going to get him to ask her to leave, because then she may go home and have the baby. Then we can go back a little bit later and see if she's actually had it or not. And we'll see what the next step is going to be. So I'm going to ask her to leave, and I'm going to wait a little while. Maybe see if she goes home, she'll have the baby. Then I'm going to head back over there with Vincent and see if the baby has arrived. Okay, so we're here at Betty's apartment, and she's just came outside to greet Vincent to let him know that she's actually had the baby. So we're going to head inside and see how it's getting on, and see what the gender is, because I actually don't know. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go and get in and go and see the baby, and there we go. So there it is. Okay, so I'm going to get Vincent to come over and meet his second son, and within like the space of a week, and see what his name is. So his name is actually Daxton, which is a really nice name, and I don't know how he feels about this, to be honest, because it's kind of a whole big mix of emotions that's went through in the last couple of episodes, because, you know, of all the things that happened in the last one, and with this, today's kind of broken up with Penny, but at the same time his new son is here, so, I don't know what I pressed there. I was trying to take a screenshot, so let's go ahead and do that. You know how I am with screenshots. I'm going to get loads of them to make sure that I have enough options for thumbnails. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a couple of screenshots here. I don't know what's happening with my camera. I'm really sorry about that. Oh, it's what happens with apartments when you get too close to the walls. So let's go ahead and take a screenshot here. There we go. Okay, so that's enough for screenshots. So I'm actually thinking that Vincent is a good time now to actually go sit down with Betty and just sit and chat with her a little bit, and just tell her about the other child that they have, and well, it's not her child, but just to see how you know, how I don't know how she's going to react to this. It's probably not going to be a good reaction, and I hope that they'll be able to kind of get around this. And I'm not too sure. I think Betty finds that she has a future with Vincent, but I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Vincent to break the news, and I don't know how we're going to be able to do this, to be honest. Now, they do have a bit of a romantic relationship going on as well, I don't know if you remember. So let's go ahead and see if we can do a deep secret, or reveal a deep secret or something. That would probably be the best interaction to do, and see how she thinks about this. Where can we do that? Oh my god, there's no... Oh! What is happening? Oh, I don't know what happened there. Wait, where is she going? Wait, what is she doing? Oh, she decided to do screenshots, okay. Screenshots, really. I'm thinking of screenshots again. Press-ups, I was supposed to say. So, I don't know why this is... Oh my god, I'm actually getting annoyed now. Right, where is this interaction? It can't be... unless I'm just blind to something. I don't know if you can see it. Something about a deep secret, which would be the perfect interaction to reveal this with. Doesn't look like we can do it, so maybe we just have to do a deep conversation or something. Or a dramatic story, if that's any option. Doesn't look like it again. So let's just do another interaction, see if it'll change them up a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead, there we go. So let's go ahead and see if I've got this interaction now. So he's actually feeling a little bit happy, which is great, because everything that's happened in this episode, I wouldn't really think that. But he is actually happy, which is great. So deep conversation is there, which is probably the one we're going to have to... This really doesn't matter, I don't know why I'm like... so bothered about this. So deep conversation or dramatic story, we've got I think deep conversation will be the best one to tell, so let's go ahead and do that and see what her reaction will be. Now he's just going to tell her that I should have, you know, told you about this a little while ago, Petty, but I actually have a kid, and as you can see, Betty's face is kind of what wait, yeah, you do have a kid with me. But he's like, no, I actually have another one, which I have with Penny, and oh god. So, I'm not really too sure what Betty thinks about this, and I think we're going to have to wait until the next episode for everything to sink in and see what her reaction will be. But that is pretty much it for today's episode, so I hope you enjoyed. Leave some suggestions down below about what you think the future is for Betty and the kids and Penny and everything that's been happening recently. And let me know what you think Betty's reaction is going to be and what she thinks that, well, what she's going to do, because I'm not really too sure here. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!